It's almost like an aphrodisiac.
Can somebody explain to me why everybody is trying to be living like a celebrity, doing what they see on MTV? Ice is cool, but I'm looking for more.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kindall, and thank you again for clicking on yet another fragrance review. So you already know why you're here. Thank you guys for tuning in, and this is our second luxury fragrance review, and I decided to why not just keep it on the same trend, and we're gonna keep going with the Carolina Herrera fragrances. So next up we have the black and gold Carolina Herrera. This is the Supreme Carolina Herrera fragrance. Okay, so y'all, this is my ultimate favorite Carolina Herrera good girl scent. Like, I love this. I used to have this in a rollerball all the time. Like, that was like my first introduction to it, was the rollerballs. But then y'all, I had to get the biggest size. Like, I had to. The rollerballs were just running out. And y'all, when I tell you my boyfriend loves this fragrance, this is probably like the first fragrance that I wore around him, and he was so obsessed. So he kept asking me, what is this? I will definitely still recommend getting the rollerball because it's so potent and it stays on the skin. It smells so good. Like, y'all, this is the it girl fragrance. Okay, so if you have not already seen the Carolina Herrera good girl blush review that I did, go ahead and click this video and then come back after you don't watch that one. Come back and then come watch this one with me. All right, so let's unbox this one. Y'all, the package can be so difficult to deal with, so bear with me. Okay, in traditional fashion, in traditional fashion, Carolina Herrera just never disappoint. So this one is so cute. It's a traditional stiletto, and this one has like glitter. Like, you can really feel that. Like, you can feel that. You could definitely feel that. And y'all, sorry for the fingerprints. I've already worn this fragrance. I just decided to repackage it and open it for you guys. So this is my second Carolina Herrera good girl fragrance. The first one is back there, that pink one right there. This one here smells completely different. It's in a completely different family, and I'm gonna tell you guys everything you need to know. So again, this is the 2.7 ounce that I got for you guys, and this is a parfume. It's out of toilette, and I hope I'm saying that correctly, because y'all, I'm not French and I be butchering stuff. But yeah, back to the fragrance itself. So yes, like I said, this is in the 2.7 ounce. And I'm gonna go over the summary. Carolina Herrera Good Girl Eau de Parfum Supreme has reinvented the rebellious olfactory experience. Gourmand notes of juicy berries mixed with intense Egyptian jasmine, while sparkling vetiver and creamy tonka beans enhance the fragrance with a surprising twist. So that's what it says for this. Like I said, go ahead and check my blush video, because tonka bean is definitely in the previous one, the blush one, and it's in this. So that may be like a consistency with the Carolina Herrera Good Girl fragrances. It may be a consistency with that. Let's get into the details. So this is in the fruity gourmand family. So this is not floral. It's a very fruity scent, but a sophisticated one. And if I have not mentioned, you can definitely buy this at Ulta, Sephora, Dillard's, Macy's, like your local department stores that sell luxury perfumes. You can get it there. I will link in the description bar exactly where I got this one from, so you guys can go ahead and pick it up. But yeah, so back to the review. So now we're gonna go over the keynotes. The keynotes are as follows. The top notes is berry, the middle notes is Egyptian jasmine, and the base notes is tonka bean and vetiver. I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna have to probably Google that. And then it also tells you how to apply it. It says apply to the pulse joints, wrist, chest, and neck. Maybe I'll be ODing, because after a while I tend not to like it, but I still love it at the same time. It's like a love-hate relationship with this fragrance. And yeah, so I think that's all of the details. So now we're gonna get into the real review, which is the spray test. In traditional good girl fashion, it definitely sprays. Hold on, y'all, let me get y'all a better spray. There you go. So upon first spray, I do smell the berries, but then I also smell that Egyptian jasmine the most. That's, to me, is what I smell. Then after a while, I started to smell that tonka bean and the berry mix. I don't really so much like, y'all, I love this fragrance, but I don't really much like the dry down. Like, I love the initial spray of this particular fragrance because it smells so good, initial spray. The dry down I'm not too crazy about, so that's probably like why it's like almost, it is my top fragrance, but I do have a con about the fragrance. The fragrance is just not the best. Like, I don't know, it's like kind of like a muffled scent once it dries down. It's almost like it's like captured into something where, you know, it's trying to focus in on keeping this fragrance locked in. That's probably my only con about the fragrance. I do not like that. I'm not gonna go about the details of the bottle because I did go over in my last video, so you have to check that one out. But yeah, the spray is 10 out of 10. It always sprays out very nicely. Like I said, upon first spray, I do smell the berries, but I also smell the Egyptian jasmine the most. Then the tonka bean and the berries start to take over, and then as it dry down, it's more of that, I think that vetiver, I don't really know what that is, but they got to be the only note that sticks when it comes to the dry down, because the berries tends to fade away. You smell a little bit of the jasmine still, but that tonka bean is very heavy during the dry down. Like, you could definitely smell that the most. Now, I will say that this is a skin fragrance, and a little goes a long way, because if you spray too much, you're gonna get sick of this fragrance. And that's probably why, like I said, it's a love-and-hate fragrance, honestly. But yeah, don't spray too much. Spray here, 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 and then I would say like spray lightly in the hair, because we just do, like, when you walk, you want to be able to smell your fragrance. So I would definitely suggest spraying this in the hair. As far as longevity, I want to say 10 out of 10. And sometimes it lasts a little bit too long. Like, I've washed my clothes and this fragrance is still in my clothing. Like, I probably have to wash my clothes at least 3 or 4 times before I actually get the scent out. So yeah, be careful spraying on your clothes, because it definitely, like, the scent stains in your clothes. Like, it just stays for so long. If you like fragrances like that and this is like your signature scent, more power to you. But I like to switch my fragrances up, so I don't like my clothes smell like my previous fragrance, if that makes sense. As far as being true to the description, I would definitely say it is true to every single thing that is listed as far as the base, middle, and the top, base, and middle notes. True to the T. Okay, and then lastly, as far as like the aesthetics and how it looks, it's traditional good girl fashion. A nice sexy high heel. I don't know what woman would not want this type of fragrance in their collection. Like, find a good girl Herrera fragrance and get a bottle. Simple as that. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Just find a fragrance you like. They got something for everybody, and this fragrance is just the it girl. This is like the OG fragrance. Like, I used to see this fragrance like all over YouTube at one point. It was everywhere in everybody's collection. It was just like black opium, and I have that back there too. I love my black opium, but these are like staple fragrances, and it's a reason why it's hyped. It is good, okay? It is really good. Now, this fragrance, as far as recommendations of where I think you should wear this fragrance to, this is not a work appropriate fragrance, in my opinion. Do not wear this to work. This is a very much a seductive fragrance, okay? Like I said in the beginning, my boyfriend loved this fragrance, and he'd be like all over me when it comes to this particular fragrance. So it's almost like an aphrodisiac. Like, do not wear this fragrance to work. It's very inappropriate, in my opinion. When I went to a school function for my kid, I would only wear this on dates. Like, date, nightlife, all of that good jazz. Like, when you're trying to impress a man, like, when you want to smell good and you looking sexy, spray this. When you wear some lingerie, spray this. Like, this is what that, it sets the mood, okay? Like, it sets the mood and the tone for every single little vibe when it comes to like sexy and seductive. That's what category this falls in for me, sexy and seductive. Now, what time of the year would I wear this? This is definitely not a spring scent. I would definitely need to put this mainly in the winter category, or like in the summer night category, because I could definitely see this being like a good summer night fragrance. Because I'm really curious to figure out, well, I've worn this in the summertime and it pairs very well. It's way more potent in the summer, but I will only wear it at night. So I would recommend summer nights, and then winter time you can wear it during the day, depending if you're going on a date or not. But women, I mean, in the summertime, it's not as bold as it is in the summertime. But I would pair this as a winter slash summer fragrance overall. Like it could do for both. It could go for both for me. So yes, these are the seasons that I would recommend that you wear this fragrance. Now I do have an honorable mention. It's a Good Girl fragrance. This is the Good Girl. Let me tell y'all about this one. Yeah, no, so this one is not saying what it is, but I don't know which one it is, but it's the blue one. It is the blue one. And so remember, well, if you guys see my last one, I talked about how this fragrance, how I tried the blush fragrance and it came like a duo pack, but this was the other duo that I got for Christmas that my boyfriend gave me. And I'm just gonna briefly go over this one because like I said, it's an honorable mention. I think this is like the OG fragrance. Like I think this is the original one because it says Carolina Herrera Good Girl Perfume is the ultimate feminine fade out fragrance with sensual jasmine and seductive tonka bean. It's so good to be bad. So I think this is the original, like the start of the Good Girl, if I'm not mistaken. And the tonka bean is in all of their fragrances, honestly. This is saying it's floral, and we're gonna get into that. And the key notes are, the top note is sambac, jasmine, tuberose, crystal. The base note is tonka bean, coca, and coffee bean. And then the middle note is velvet almond. Now y'all, I do not like this one at all. It's like I do, but I don't. It smells very masculine. Now this one is a work appropriate fragrance. Like I would definitely say like this one's very bold and abrasive, but it's definitely for work, like corporate baddie type of work. And so out of all the Good Girl fragrances, so far I've reviewed 2, and they basically like gauged all of these on like what's the strongest and then what is like the least strongest. So this is the least strongest, and this one is the strongest fragrance that they have. So that's why I wanted to kind of throw this one in, because this is a little small one. This is the biggest size. Like this is the size, hold on, let's see, this is the size comparison. But yeah, this is the strongest. This is the least strongest out of all 4 fragrances that they offer. So out of all the fragrances that they offer, I'm reviewing pretty much 3. So you have the one that I told you that does not have the name. We have the Carolina Herrera Good Girl Blush, put it here. And then we have the Very Good Girl, put it here. And then we have this one. Like I said, I do not like this one because this one smells very masculine and I don't think it meshes with my body chemistry. Yeah, no. It's very alcohol-y. This smells like, y'all, not even gonna play with you, this smells like white diamond, and I do not like white diamond. That's probably why. And it's dusty, like, y'all. I kept it because it's cute, and out of the duo I did like the blush. This is not it for me. And comment down below if you have this one. It's that blue, it's the one that looks blue in the light. Yeah, if you have this one, let me know, because I do not like this, and tell me how you like this fragrance, because it's just not for me. Sorry guys, my camera cut off, but yeah, I do not like this fragrance at all. It's the only Carolina Herrera fragrance I do not like. I have not tried the Very Good Girl one, but I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna try it. But this one is my favorite. The blush is starting to trump this one because I am moving into the spring scent. I'm in the springtime, so I do have my spring scent, so I'm into my floral scents and stuff like that. But yeah, I love this to the T. Okay, this is it. This is like one of my SIGs, not for real but for real. Get your hands on a Carolina Herrera Good Girl fragrance. Find you one, get you one, and put it in your collection, please, on me. But yeah, so that wraps up this video. That is my second/3 Carolina Herrera Good Girl fragrances, and that may be the end of the Carolina Herrera Good Girls. Like I said, I'm gonna try the Very Good Girl, and if I do, I'm gonna buy it and tell you guys what I think. But out of all of the 3 that I do own, I definitely showed you all 3, and I told you guys which one was my favorite to my least favorite. So I hope you enjoyed that kind of video. Go ahead and comment down below and let me know which Good Girl fragrance you do own, and which ones you dislike, and which ones you do love. Also, tell me how that Very Good Girl smelled, because I'm very curious to figure it out. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next video. Peace.